The last lesson of financial literacy is talking about estimating for college costs. There's a lot of vocabulary that goes into this lesson, and they're common sense vocabulary. But a lot of you might not know the difference between a 2-year college and a 4-year college. So I'm going to briefly go over this vocabulary with y'all. This is real life vocabulary, so please tune in and pay attention. You need to know this stuff, okay? This isn't math that you're not going to use. This is the real life math that matters, okay? All right, what is a savings plan? It's a plan that you come up with to save money. Yes? Is everybody's savings plan the same? No. You might be saving for a car, you might be saving for college, you might be saving for, I don't know, a new pair of cleats. You see what I'm saying? Saving plans are personal to what you want to save for. Okay, so a savings plan is a system used to save money that you want to get. Now, what is the difference between a 2-year college and a 4-year college? A 2-year college are your junior colleges. They're also called community colleges or trade schools. Do not let anybody ever tell you that it's not good enough, because they can make you make more money than somebody who goes to a 4-year college, okay? They're called 2-year colleges, but like if you want to be an RN, it usually takes 3 years, but you still go to what's called a 2-year college, okay? That is like your Wharton County Junior College or Brazosport Junior College, all those trade schools. What do you earn there? You earn certificates and you earn diplomas for associate's degrees. Examples are welding. Now, didn't I tell y'all can get your welding license from Bay City High School? So you're basically going through a trade school. A nurse assistant, cosmetology, stuff like that, okay? Like I said, you can make more money if you pick a good trade than somebody who picks a bad degree from a 4-year university. So you don't have to go to a 4-year university to make good money, okay? So don't let people trick you into that. Now, I'm not against 4 years. I have a 4-year, yes? But like my brother-in-law makes way more money than me, and he has a 2-year because of what he chose to do. So you've just got to look at all the options for you. A 4-year college is called a university. This is like the University of Houston, University of Texas in Austin, Texas A&M University. These are where you get your bachelor's degrees. For example, teachers, business management, engineers, anybody like that, okay? Now, a lot of times people will associate 4-year colleges with more money, but like I said, it depends on your major. Now, engineers, they are going to make more money than probably people who have the 2-year college. But teachers, not really, okay? If you want to go on past your bachelor's and do like masters and PhDs, you have to get your 4-year bachelor's degree, and then you can go on and do your master's, and then you can go on and do your PhD, and that's the furthest you can really go, is your PhD. And that's when they call you a doctor. Doesn't mean medical doctor, it just means doctorate, okay? All right, so y'all questions between 2-year and 4-year colleges? Are y'all good? Okay. Now, just to mention, a lot of people who want to do 4-year school, they'll go to 2 years university first, the 2-year college. They'll graduate with their associates and then go on to the 4-year. It saves money because the junior colleges are cheaper. All right, moving on. What is family contribution? Family contribution is the amount of money that your family is going to help you with to pay for college. Some of you might have 0 family contribution. Some of you might say, my family's going to pay for all of it. That's what it is. Okay, everybody has a family contribution, whether it's 0 or all of it. Scholarships and grants. This is a big one. These are free money. You don't have to pay back. So I have a daughter that's at Texas A&M. It's her first year. She applied for every scholarship she could possibly think of here in Bay City, and she ended up with a $20,000 scholarship from Tenaris. She also got like the Texas Go Texan one. She got some local ones. It has helped tremendously to help us pay for her college. If anybody's really good at a sport, you can get a sports scholarship where they want you to come play football or they want you to come play basketball. There's dance scholarships. There are so many scholarships. There's scholarships for certain races. There's scholarships for certain genders. Like, there's scholarships for everyone. You just have to find them and apply for them. Okay, grants are from the government. but it's free money. You don't have to pay it back. That's what you want to get when you go to college. You want to get that free money. Okay? Now let's say you don't have enough. You still don't have enough. That's when you now have to take out a what? You got to take out a loan, and it has to go. What has to be done? You're going to have to pay it back. Those are the ones you don't really want to have to get unless you absolutely have to. That's a last resort to help you get to what you want to do. Okay? All right. Have y'all ever heard of the word tuition? Tuition is the amount it costs to pay for college. Now, that doesn't include everything. That's just how much it costs per class. Right now, I'll have to look it up. But like my daughter at Texas A&M, her tuition for one semester, so from August to December, was around $8,000. It's very expensive. But I do not want that to scare you away because, like I said, there are so many scholarships and grants. And the less money your family makes, guess what? The more help you get. So if your family doesn't make any money, you're like, man, there's no way. You might get a full paid for grant by that school. And actually, Texas A&M in Austin and not Texas A&M, University of Texas, just passed a thing saying if your parents make under $100,000 a year, tuition is free. If you can get in. That's amazing. Amazing. Okay? So, like I said, don't be thinking that your parents don't make money so you're not going to go to college, because that's absolutely not true. Now, there are other college costs associated. So what are y'all thinking? What do y'all think other costs are?
The basic essentials.
Food, right? What else?
Basic essentials.
Basic essentials. My daughter texts me every single day, I feel like, asking me for money. Mom, I need gas money. Mom, do you care if you pay for my dinner to go here? Mom, I got sick. I need medicine at HEB. What else do I have to pay for? Living expenses. So her rent is not cheap. I think the cheapest we found was $600 a month, and we're paying about $700 a month right now for her rent. And then, of course, her utilities, the light bill.
So you're paying for the water bill.
I'm paying for 2 houses. Yeah, I'm paying for my house, and I'm paying for her to live up there. Now, her tuition was actually covered this year from those scholarships she got, so I'm having to pay her rent. Now, we didn't qualify for the grants and stuff, okay? So y'all's family might. They might not. You would know just based on how much your family makes at home. The less you make, the more help you get. I have a student, actually, that was one of my soccer players at high school, and her family did not make hardly any money. They struggled. She is on a full ride. They're paying her housing, her tuition, and she got some cost of living money from the government. Full ride to University of Texas, San Antonio. And I couldn't be more proud of her. She's a full ride. It's amazing. So like I said, don't think that this is unattainable for you, because it's absolutely reachable. Okay? All right. So just know when you go to college, you're not just paying your tuition. This is why I think it's also a great idea, if you don't have any help, live at home and go to Wharton County Junior College, right? What's free? Your housing, if you can live at home. You're going to have to pay for your gas to get back and forth, and your tuition. But like I said, you might get those scholarships and stuff to pay for that Wharton tuition. Okay? So like I said, there's so many other ways. And then there's one more way that people don't ever mention. Did you know that if you join the military and you serve 4 years, when you get out, what happens?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
They pay for your college. If it's to a state college, they pay all your tuition.
Dad told me about CSEX military.
Yes, and I mean, that's another option if and they pay you while you're in the military. So it's just another option to get where you need to be. So don't disclude any of that. Okay, so what are we going to do with this information? The questions you're going to be asked are real life questions. You're going to have to put yourself in the question's shoes and figure out what you would do to solve the problem. Like I said, this is real life math. I can't teach you a formula. I can't teach you how to do every problem, because it's just applying yourself to the real world. So let's look at the first example. And FYI, there's always one question on your STAR test over this. Only one. So it's not the end of the world, but this is important math. So here we go. Example 1. James and his family are discussing how to pay for college. So imagine you're in 8th grade, you're discussing with your family Okay, how would I pay for college? The cost of tuition at the college James wants to attend is $12,000 per what? Per year. That's important. So before I even start anything, if he wants to go for 1 year, he needs $12,000. If he wants to go for 2 years, he needs $24,000. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to know how to apply it to each situation. It says James's parents have offered to pay 60% of his tuition every year, and he's going to have to pay the rest. James has 1 year to save enough money to attend his first year of college. So right now he's only worried about his, but what is he worried about? All 4 years? Just his first year. Okay? So how much is it going to cost for 1 year? $12,000. Does he have to come up with all of that?
No.
How much are his parents going to pay? 60%. Okay. Part A says, how much money does James need to save to attend the year? Well, we need to figure out how much his parents are going to pay, right? So how do you figure out a percent of something? Change it to a? And multiply. So we're going to take the $12,000 and we are going to multiply, my pen was running out of ink, by 60%, but change to a? So put it over 100. What's 60 over 100? 0.6. So I'm going to multiply. So 12,000 times 0.6 is $7,200. Now, is that what he's going to pay or what his parents are going to pay? So how would I figure out what he needs to pay? Subtract that. So he needs $12,000. His parents are going to pay $7,200. So I'm going to subtract 12,000 minus 7,200. How much does he need to come up with? $4,800. Do y'all see? There's no formula for me to teach you. This is just math you're going to have to figure out. Basic math. All right, now it says, let's read it real quick. His parents are going to pay 60%. He's going to have to pay the rest. He has 1 year to save up enough money. Did y'all hear me? How much does he have? So he's like a senior in high school. He has a year to save up for his first year. What is the minimum amount of money he needs to save every month in order to reach this goal? We're going to divide how much he needs by how many months? Why 12? There's 12 months in a year. So we're going to take 4,800 and we're going to divide by the 12 months that he has to save. So divide by 12. How much does he need to save every month? He needs to save $400 each month. So it sounds like his senior year he needs to get a job and he needs to put $400 away if he wants to go to that college. This is called his personal savings plan, based off of his family contribution. Y'all see what I'm saying? Okay. Let's do this one. Number 2. Tuition for 1 year at a state school is about $15,000. Andrea wants to attend this university and will save money each month for the next 4 years. She's probably an 8th grader. She's about to start her freshman year and she has 4 years to save. Okay? Her parents are going to give her $6,000 for her first year of tuition. Which plan shows the minimum amount of money Andrea must save to have enough money to pay for her first year of tuition? Now, don't look at the answer choices. Let's break it apart. How much money does Andrea need for 1 year? $15,000. Okay, so she needs $15,000. But her parents are going to give her... So what do I do to find out how much she needs? Subtract the 6,000. So 15,000 minus 6,000 is, she needs $9,000, yes? Okay. Which plan shows how much money she needs to save? How long does she have to save? She's got 4 years to save how much money? And guys, that is completely attainable for you guys. My daughter When she was 14, she started her first job. She started refereeing soccer games. She babysat, and then when she turned 16, she started working at a nail salon. So she was working during the week at a nail salon. She was babysitting random, and she was refereeing on the weekends. She went to college with $12,000 in her savings account. Not having a full-time job. You see what I'm saying? Completely attainable by kids your age. Yes? Now, she didn't spend it all. When it came in, she would hoard it and put it in her savings account. So this is definitely attainable for somebody who's y'all's age who has 4 years to save. All right, so how much does she need to save? Look at the answer choices and tell them which one's correct. Does she need to save, guys, think logically too. Does she need to save $2,250 per month? Is that even logical for a 14-year-old to make that much? Probably not. So I'm going to leave that one, okay? Does she need to save $437.50 per month for the next 4 years? Well, that sounds logical, so let's do the math. How many months are in a year? Okay, and how many years does she have to save? So there's 12 months in a year, and she has 4 years to save. What's 12 times 4? So she has 48 months to save money. Yes? So can I multiply 437.50 times 48 months to see if that would be enough? All right, let's do it. $437.50 times 48 months. She would have $21,000 if she saved that much. That's amazing, right? But does she need that much? No, so she doesn't need to save that much. It would give her enough and way extra, but that's a lot. All right, let's check this one. Does she need to save $187.50 per month for the next 4 years? All right, well, let's do it. $187.50. How many months does she have to save?
48.
48 months. Would that give her enough money?
Yes.
Then that's the answer choice. All right, now listen, I'm going to pass out the assignment, and I'm going to help y'all set up number 1 because it's a little challenging. So give me just... Put your name at the top. Now your answers will go in the Google Classroom for a grade. Okay, so please, please, please make sure you remember to do that. All right, I'm going to help y'all set up number 1, and then the rest of them are a little bit easier. Number 1 says an 8th grade student has estimated that she needs $8,800 for tuition and fees for each year of college. So that's how much it costs for 1 year. She already has $5,000 in a savings account. The table shows the projected future value of the account in 5 years based on different monthly deposits. So if I look at this table, she always is going to start with $5,000. So this right here is one part of the table. This right here is the other part. Basically, they're saying these are your different options. So this is your first option, second option, third option. Y'all see how the table's written out? And then this one's her fourth option. So in every option, what is she starting with in her bank account? Why? Because that's how much money she has. In the first option, if she deposits $100 a month, she's going to end up with $12,273 at the end of 5 years. If she deposits $200, this is how much she'll have. If she deposits $300 per month, she'll have this much. If she deposits $400 per month, she'll have this much. So do y'all see how to read the table? Okay, the question says, the student wants to have enough money saved in 5 years to pay the tuition and fees for her first 2 years of college. How many years?
First 2 years.
How much does it cost for 1 year? $8,800. So $8,800 for 1 year. How many years does she want enough money for? 2. So how do I get for 2 years? Multiply by 2. Right? So 8,800 times 2 is $17,600. Now it says, based on the table, what is the minimum amount of money she should deposit in the savings every month? So you're going to pick which one of these plans is going to give her enough money. Okay, well, don't say it. Then y'all pick the answers. Yes? The rest of the questions are very similar to the ones that we did on our notes. If y'all listen, like look at number 2, the parents are going to pay 85%. You change it to a and multiply. That's only going to tell you what the parents will pay. Okay? All right, you may start.